What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rico.t.toro. So, we're gonna talk about a serious story, but I'm gonna try to, because we're talking about the dead, the dearly departed. A situation that I was informed of that happened in Medellin, Colombia, a couple of days ago. So, I am gonna try to spend this with a little bit of a positive, sort of happy story is part of it, because I just have to do that. I can't be completely on the doom and gloom, but it is a little sad. So thanks for subscribing. Tap the bell, tap one of those if you like what I have to say, you're slightly entertained or amused, or you see something informative. So anyways, let's get in. Oh yeah, I'm inside, and I don't normally wear shades inside, but I'm going to continue to, because until I figure out how to shoot horizontal video from my iPhone without my eyes looking like they're looking the other direction, even though I know I'm looking right at the camera. So, without that sort of thing, until I figure that out, or someone tells me how to do that properly, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not that technology sound. Yeah. I do what I need to. I know what I need to do my day job. I know how to book flights, pay my bills online, and shoot a YouTube video, basically, and a few other things that I do. But for the most part, I'm not as technologically sound as some of you other guys out there are, I'm sure, but all good. So anyways, yesterday, I happened to send a message out, basically just passing along my channel info to a friend that goes to Medellin kind of often. He was with me in 2013 when I went to Medellin for my one and only visit there. And, he asked me, had I heard this news that I'm about to share? And before I get into the nitty gritty, here's something I want you to keep in mind. Well, for this video, I can't use the term mango, because, I don't want to throw shade on the dearly departed. So I'll say professionals. So here's the thing, we all need to keep in mind once in a while. These girls are women first. They're somebody's daughter, sister, mother, cousin, etc. They're women first. And we need to keep that in mind. They're not they're not animals. They're not, they may be freaks in some pleasant ways, but they're not animals. They're not dirty dogs. They're human. They're women first. And we always need to keep that in mind. Does that mean I condone being a simp, or feeling sorry for them all, or not putting my foot down and holding my line? Absolutely not. But there is a certain, like I say, we need to keep in mind, there is a certain respect that they do deserve as women. So anyways, my friend sends me, tells me this young lady was murdered the other day, and he sends me some surveillance camera footage and a couple of pictures from the scene. Very gruesome, very graphic. I'm watching the surveillance footage of somebody walk right up and shoot her while sitting in a parked car. Something I never thought, you never think you're gonna see that happen, at least in real life, or even video footage of someone that you've met or spent time with, even if it's just 5 minutes. It's still, very, it's just very, horrific to see. I'm not going to say her name right now, out of respect for the family. Some of you guys that may go to Medellin, or have talked to me already, or my friend that shared, or are friends with my friend that shared the information with me, already know. So anyways, I'll go into kind of the situation we had. So when I went to Medellin, I went with like 9 other guys. We came in on different flights, stayed in between the 9 of us, we were staying in like 3 different apartments or houses, couple guys in a place. And we had connected with a lot of girls on Facebook before the trip. And this girl was one of my Facebook contacts. Well, interestingly, through a friend, I got the contact information for a maid, the housekeeper. And so, we had a housekeeper. And, there were basically the mother and her youngest daughter were housekeepers. So, and they would take turns, and just in small talk, me and the friend were talking with the housekeepers about Facebook or whatever, and the mother happens to say, "Do you happen to have my daughter on Facebook?" And at this time, so I said, "Well, what's her name or whatever." So I do a little digging, and I find her, and I'm like, "Yeah, I have her right here." I did send her a message, let her know I was here, but she never replied, and that time, honestly, I didn't worry about it too much, because I had what I considered like 2 top shelf stars in my rotation already. So, and then, next thing the maids finish for the day and they go home or whatever. We get a call that evening. We had a landline at the house. This was 2013, and in Colombia they still had a lot of landlines then. So we get a call on the landline phone, and it's the mother maid, and she says, I want you to see my daughter tonight. Can you see my daughter tonight? And I said, well, I already have plans, maybe tomorrow. So the next day comes around, and I have, and the maid, the mother she's making a big pot of soup, and I'm telling her, I have company coming at 1. Will the soup be ready for my guest? And she said, yes, it will be. And you're also seeing my daughter at 6 or 7 p.m. So I was like, okay, yes, I haven't forgotten. Back then, some would say I'm a hound now, but back then I was really a hound. Back then is really when I earned the name Toro. It was like, fuerte, esto lo que hay. So, by the way, that's a Puerto Rican way of saying it is what it is. All right. So you just learned something. So anyways, my 1 o'clock guest comes, and, we hang out a little bit, eat the soup, boom, boom, boom. She leaves. And then, the maid is sort of like, I seemed normal, just clean the house. It probably took a little extra concern to make sure my room was clean and linens washed, etc., before her daughter came later. Then 6, 7 p.m. comes around, and the daughter comes, and we enjoy a little time together. And shortly after she leaves, I get a call from the youngest daughter, asking, "Have you seen Mama?" Her words, but in Spanish. Mama hasn't made it home yet. I said, "Well, yeah, she was here and, left a couple hours ago. Seemed fine, left a few hours ago." And they lived like far, kind of up in the mountains or something, I think. But I don't know. Like, I'm guessing she thought she'd be home now by then. So then I didn't think nothing of it. Later that night, I'm looking for a snack or something. I grab a box of cereal off the top of the refrigerator. And I see a shot glass full of rum or tequila or something. And, I look at two other guys staying in the house, and, they had no idea where it came from. And I'm like, who does that? And, I don't think it was so-and-so that was here earlier. And I said, I don't know. Well, next thing you know, the next morning, the doorbell rings. I'm expecting the mama maid, and it wasn't her. It was the older daughter that I was with the evening before. And she says, "I'm here to clean your house." And I said, "All right, that's fine." We made jokes with her, "Tú no puedes limpiar la casa," just us, and so she ended up cleaning the house, and that's the young lady that was brutally killed. And so there you have it, a little news and a little story. So thanks for subscribing. Give me one of these. I'll say this. I'm not going to give her name publicly. Well, I'll give her first name, Carolina. If you want, my email is in the description of my channel. I'll share a little more information. If you've been to Medellin and you think you may know her, if you shoot me an email privately, not a problem at all. Or you could always send me feedback, suggestions, or whatever, recommendations for a video, for content, via email as well. And I appreciate you watching. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay well. Yeah.